Yeah, I don't really care what people say. I don't really want to make it like clue up. Hey guys, Shaggy here, right here, yeah, Gene. So this track you're watching now, right? You see that crossover point right there? That was in a race. That shit can happen. Let me show you that slow-mo real quick. You see that? You see that? This is the second track of the playlist that we were talking about yesterday's video. So it's going to be 8-track playlist. Every day I'm going to be posting one of the tracks in this playlist within the 8 days now. So this is another crossover point. So this crossover is interesting. It definitely makes things interesting because it's just before the finish line. So you really have to pay attention to the mini-map to actually see where your car is and where the other car is coming from, the other lanes or back markers and whatnot. This could be used as an endurance race, up to you, but it's quite a short track. I mean, 4 minute 47, so not that short, but it's still a short track to be classed as endurance. But anyway, this so Picano was right in the lead, but some guy comes flying across and he just skimmed his car, so he sort of turned off, and then I just overtook in the final lap and won that race. So some of those things can happen, so you really have to pay attention and be on your toes in GTA 5 racing. Now, this is the only track that I've at the moment put a crossover. All the other tracks in the place doesn't have it. But this is obviously, a lot of people don't like crossovers. That's why I only kept it just for one track. It's one of those things, man. So I'm going to show you the actual entire race of 5 laps. So you get a thorough view of the lines that you have to take, blah, blah, blah. Of course, there's better lines to take than what I just done, but it's the first few attempts. But you guys get a rough idea of what to do on this track. So at the moment, what you see at the moment is like simple designs, but it's creating lines to, you have to be taking risks on to defend if you're, again, attacked by someone at the back, especially in that first corner there. So you can sort of take a nice straight line if you get the right angle by going on the pavement on the right hand side before you enter that particular section that's blocked off by barriers, and they've got tie lines on the opposite side. And you come to this section. I quite like this section because the tie line and the way it's designed sort of follows the road, and really, you have to use the appropriate braking point to get a smooth line across that to get a full speed through this straight bit. And then you got a ballsy line coming up, which was mainly inspired by LSGP, made by Bruffy. You see this, you got to squeeze through the lamppost. It's not that ballsy compared to his track, but it's still, the element is still there where you can still choke. Because if you're going full speed and you don't get the right line, you're going to go all the way wide and hit the tree on the left hand side. So you really have to balance and ease of your throttle on that. In this particular section, you have to ease off yet again because it's going downhill to a massive hairpin here, or a weird hairpin actually, and you can overtake there. To be honest, that wasn't really a clean overtake. I did have the upper hand against him though, but at this point right now, it kind of gets a bit, not tricky. It's a fast, flowy track, but it's a lot to pay attention to with braking points because of the way the roads are designed. Even though you brake, your car gets the extra momentum that it carries on, so you might, go wide a little bit. So you really want to kiss the apex on these corners to actually benefit, just like any other track. So coming to the end here, this the final straight with a crossover point against the other long straight, which comes right after this jump. So you really have to just be careful there, and comes to the finish. So this is basically the second track. Average, I think at the moment the current fastest lap is 1 minute 45.7 something by Picano, but that's something for your interest. In the description of all these tracks for both Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, I'll be putting the world record times, and that's basically a description for. I know that's kind of lazy, but I'm not the type of guy that goes for long sort of descriptions. Not really my motto, but maybe I will one day. But as I said, all these tracks were inspired by zoo animals and the zoo itself. This whole championship playlist, or whatever you want to call it, with 8 tracks, is just to do with the zoo. It's got the Zoo King champion. Who is the king of the zoo, brothers? Seems a bit cheesy, but hey, it is what it is. Got to go for originality, man. But here's the thing, man. These tracks, the designs, they're completely, I wouldn't say new, but they're really thought out. I'd say some unique designs coming up in the next few tracks I'm sure you guys will enjoy, and that's all for contact racing. Some of the designs, some of the crazy designs I've done in the past, all sort of for non-contact, but now in contact racing you can really innovate and really go for something special with the amount of props you have. It's quite limiting at the moment, but this is all in preparation for the next gen or PlayStation 4 racing. But here's the thing also, because in PlayStation 4 and Xbox One, you're gonna have more props for GTA 5 and quite potentially a 30-man racing lobbies. Why not? Why not prepare yourself with the starting grids on a massive wide road? So I intentionally made these tracks purposely mainly on the starting grid for the bridge that you see now, the massive straight here, where you see the finish line. Where the finish line is on this track, pretty much most of my tracks are based on, because of the nice wide section. This is all just to be cautious about maybe 30-man race coming, so if I have to re-edit the tracks to change the starting grid to 30-man racing. So that should be interesting. This massive road right here could be used as endurance race within the city and goes all the way up to Tongva Road as well. So that's another interesting thing to keep an eye out for. Because if you go straight down, you could take a right-hander. It's crazy how you just know all these roads off by heart if you play this game for the amount of time I've played. Literally, I think it's gonna be nearly one year anniversary. Hopefully they bring out DLC for this if they have somewhat of a passion for the game, because I'm sure. Wait, it's tomorrow? Yeah, tomorrow is 1 year anniversary for this game. That's crazy. Since the release date of last year, so we've been playing this game for a whole year. So I appreciate for those of you guys sticking around and watching my videos about GTA 5 and racing and everything about cars throughout this entire year, man. Certainly has helped the channel out, helped me out, and I'm hopefully the content I'm providing helping you guys out for whatever you enjoy, for reasons that you're watching. Of course, most of my videos at the moment, although I'm going off tangent here, well, mostly about cars and GTA 5, because that's the only reason why I've played GTA 5 games ever since. Not GTA 5 games, GTA games in the past. Due to the fact that just driving is awesome, just running about. Missions are also fun, obviously. Not much you can do in the previous and older games, or with multiplayer now is just massive. For GTA 5, it's just crazy that you can do all of this and it's so fun. Now, anyway, I've made now 5 tracks for this playlist. And 3 is still recreated on Xbox 360. 5 is available on the PlayStation 3. I'll be recreating all the recent 2 tracks on the 360, hopefully tonight in the morning. But definitely will be doing that. It's quite difficult, as I said, to duplicate tracks to precise points. Here's the thing also, I'm having to sort of make sure I save a few props so people don't get run-up starts, I guess, if that makes sense. Some people tend to, I don't know, a lot of people will have this sort of speculation of lap times. Some people, you know, when they sweat lap times, they'll go for leap starts, and you can't really prove that. So that's the reason why nowadays when we're creating tracks, we block off any sort of leaping start points. This because it's worldwide tracks for world record times all over the world. So anyone that submits these times needs to be legitimate. Of course, with that being said, people can still cheat. But then again, it's GTA 5, man. Don't go into that level of cheating on this game, brothers. Keep it, you know, keep it legitimate, and just be yourself and just test yourself and your limits, you know. Try not to just cheat your way up there. Because I've fucking seen on my forums, some people cheated their trial times trying to get into the crew, which is kind of sad. But honestly, if you're going to do that, there's no point in even getting into the crew, because once you do get into the crew, then you'll be all the way back in who knows where, and all the other cars will be up there. It's going to be boring for you, man. So there's no point cheating your way into the crew. But yeah, it's fun, man. Just get the right set of players. Try it out, brothers. Try it out. I've been reading comments. I fucking read comments. I love reading the comments. You know, it's something that's awesome. I do in any video, every video. It doesn't even have to be my video. Most of the time, I read the comments rather than watching the videos these days on YouTube. I think the comments are more entertaining than the video itself. But here's the thing, Xbox 360 guys out there. I know it's kind of a struggle to get into racing with proper people and the skilled people that understand racecraft. I would certainly suggest you guys go to the Nodo crew. There's a few crews out there for both consoles, but for those of you in Xbox 360 that are struggling, certainly check out the Nodo guys. I put a link to the forums for their crew. You can join them and race with those guys. Most of the guys couldn't actually race properly, and of course on the PlayStation, you guys can try for our crew. There's other crews out there as well. Just search for a crew and just join the tracks, man. But this is the second track of the playlist, guys. Make sure you try it out. Give me some feedback on it. What do you guys think of the crossover section? And I'll be posting the third track tomorrow. Make sure you guys give this playlist a go. I'll be posting the official playlist on the 8th track. I'll see you guys soon. Thanks for watching. Show you sign out. Good night. Peace. Yeah. Hey guys, you here, right here, yeah, you there. Welcome to another GTA 5 video. Yo, what's good, man? It's been a couple of days. I must admit, you know, you motherfuckers out there been chilling.